Good morning students, this is class 12th maths lecture 23rd of chapter 7th integrals. We will discuss questions of miscellaneous exercise. So question number 16th is e raised to the power 3 log x into x raised to the power 4 plus 1 whole raised to the power minus 1. Now you know this can be written as e raised to the power log x cube upon x raised to the power 4 plus 1. Now this is nothing but x cube upon x raised to the power 4 plus 1. So the integral of this will be, now take this complete as equal to t, the denominator as equal to t, then you will get, after derivating, 4x cube into dx equal to dt, and x cube into dx exists in the integrand. Therefore the integrand will now become 1 by 4 integral of 1 by t. Now integral of 1 by t is log mod of t, and in place of t write down what you have already assumed, which is x raised to the power 4 plus 1 plus c. Now question number 22nd. In this question we will use the method of partial fraction. So this is x square plus x plus 1 upon x plus 1 whole square plus into x plus 2. So this can be written as, according to partial fraction, a upon x plus 1 plus b upon x plus 1 whole square plus c upon x plus 2. Take LCM on the right hand side and compare the coefficients. So you will get the coefficient of x square from here is 1, and on the right side coefficient of x square is a plus c. Now coefficient of x on the left side is 1, coefficient of x on the right side is 3a plus b plus 2c, and the constant term on the left side is 1 and the constant term on the right side is this. So solve these three equations to get the values of a, b and c, which you will get as minus 2, the value of a, b value is 1 and the value of c is 3. So the given integral will now become minus 2 integral of 1 upon x plus 1 plus b integral of 1 upon x plus 1 whole square plus c is 3 into integral of 1 upon x plus 2. Now integral of this is log mod x plus 1 plus integral of 1 upon x plus 1 whole square is integral of x plus 1 raised to the power minus 2. So the integral of this will be minus 1 upon x plus 1 plus 3 integral of this is log mod x plus 2 plus c. Clear? Now I will give you hints for some of the next questions of miscellaneous. So question number 25th is integral of e raised to the power x into 1 minus sin x upon 1 minus cos x. Limits are from pi by 2 to pi. So let this given integral be as I. Now see, this 1 minus sin x can be written as 1 minus, in place of sin x we can write 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2, and this denominator 1 minus cos x can be written as 2 sin square x by 2, right? Now divide 1 with 2 sin square x by 2, you will get cosecant square x by 2 upon 2 minus, when you will divide this term with 2 sin square x by 2, 2 will get cancelled, 1 sin x by 2 will also get cancelled. So you will get cos x by 2 upon sin x by 2, which is cot x by 2. Now see, if we take this complete minus cot x by 2 as fx, then the derivative of this will be minus as it is. Derivative of cot x by 2 is cosecant square x by 2 into derivative of x by 2 with respect to x. So this minus will now plus cosecant square x by 2, and derivative of x by 2 is 1 by 2. So when we take this as fx, we got this as derivative of fx, right? Therefore this is the type of integral e raised to the power x into fx plus f dash x, which is equal to e raised to the power fx plus c. Therefore the given integral I is equal to e raised to the power x into fx, which is this minus cot x by 2 plus c. Now question number 26 is integral of sin x into cos x upon cos x raised to the power 4 plus sin x raised to the power 4, and the limits are from 0 to pi by 4. Now see, to solve this integral, take out cos x raised to the power 4 common from both of these terms. So you will get 1 plus, this will become sin x upon cos x whole raised to the power 4, which is 10x raised to the power 4. Right? Now see, this will become, cancel 1 cos x, so you will get sin x upon cos cube x. So sin x upon 1 cos x is 10x, and the left cos square x in the denominator can be written as secant square x upon 1 plus 10x raised to the power 4. Now let 10 square x as equal to t. Then after derivating this, you will get 2 into 10x into secant square x into dx equal to dt, and we can see 10x into secant square x exists in the numerator, right? If you will take, instead of 10 square x, if you will take just 10x, then you will get secant square into dx as dt. But see, because 10x is also there, therefore it will be better if we take 10 square x complete as equal to t. Question number 27th is integral of cos square x upon cos square x plus 4 sin square x, and the limits are from 0 to pi by 2. Let this integral be as equal to I. Now see, this function can be written as, in place of sin square x, I have written 1 minus cos square x. Now this will be equal to cos square x upon, when you will solve this, you will get 4 minus 3 cos square x. Now multiply and divide this function with minus 3. Why? Because here you can see it is minus 3 cos square x. Therefore make this numerator also minus 3 cos square x. Right? Now this minus 3 in the denominator as it is, and multiply this minus 3 with cos square x, and also add and subtract 4. Denominator as it is. Now see, this will be equal to 4 minus 3 cos square x upon denominator minus 4 upon denominator. Therefore the given integral will now become integral of minus 1 by 3, 1, this will be 1, minus 4 upon 4 minus 3 cos square x. Right? Now you know the integral of 1 is x, and the limits are from 0 to pi by 2, plus 4 by 3 integral of 1 upon 4 minus 3 cos square x, which can be written as 1 upon secant square x. Right? Now we will solve this integral. So integral of 0 to pi by 2 1 upon 4 minus 3 cos square x, which I have already told you. Write this cos square x as 1 upon secant square x. Now take the LCM. This will be 4 secant square x minus 3 upon secant square x, and that secant square x will go in the numerator. Right? Now in place of this secant square x, write down 1 plus 10 square x. Why we are doing this? Because now when you will let 10x as equal to t, you will get the secant square x into dx as equal to dt. Right? Also change the limits. When x is 0, t will be 10 0, and 10 0 is 0. And when x is pi by 2, t is 10 pi by 2, and 10 pi by 2 is infinity, because it is not defined. Now this integral will become, in place of secant square x into dx, dt, and in place of this, see, this will be 4 minus 3, that is 1, plus 4 10 square x, that is 4t square. Now make the coefficient of this t square as 1. For that, take 1 by 4 common outside the integral. So 1 by 4 integral of dt upon t square plus, this will become 1 by 4, which can be written as 1 by 2 whole square. Now you know the integral of this. It will be 1 upon a here is 1 by 2 into tan inverse x upon a. X is t and a is 1 by 2. Limits are from 0 to infinity. Put the limit infinity first in this function. So when you will solve these two, it will be 1 by 2 into tan inverse. Okay, I have just solved this function. This will be 1 by 2 tan inverse 2t from the limit 0 to infinity. Now put infinity in place of t. This will become infinity, and tan inverse infinity is pi by 2. Pi by 2 into 1 by 2 is pi by 4, minus when you will put 0 in place of t, you will get 0. So pi by 4 minus 0 is pi by 4. So the given integral I will now be equal to minus 1 by 3 into pi by 2 plus 4 by 3 into the value of this integral, which is pi by 4. So you will get the answer as pi by 6. Question number 28 is integral of sin x plus cos x upon root sin 2x. Now see, this sin 2x can be written as 2 sin x into cos x, right? And I am also adding and subtracting it with 1. Now this 1 as it is, from these two terms take out minus common, so you will get 1 minus 2 sin x cos x. Now this 1 can be written as sin square x plus cos square x, and this as it is minus 2 sin x into cos x. Now this complete is sin x minus cos x whole square. Why we have done this? Because now when you will derivate this sin x minus cos x, you will get cos x plus sin x, which exists in the numerator of this function, right? Therefore we have written the sin 2x as this. Now let sin x minus cos x as equal to t. So you will get cos x plus sin x into dx equal to dt. When x is pi by 6, calculate t, which is sin pi by 6 minus cos pi by 6, which is 1 by 2 minus root 3 by 2, which is equal to this. And when x is equal to pi by 3, you will get t as root 3 minus 1 by 2. So the above given integral will now become integral of limits when x is pi by 6, t is this, and when x is pi by 3, t is this. Now in place of cos x plus sin x into dx, write down dt, and in place of root sin 2x, write down 1 minus t square. Why? Because sin 2x is 1 minus this square, and this we let as t. So root sin 2x will be root 1 minus t square. Now you know the integral of 1 upon root 1 minus t square, which is sin inverse t, and these are the limits. So first put the upper limit in place of t minus sin inverse, put this limit in place of t. So this will be the final answer. Question number 31st is easy. It is given that integral of sin 2x into tan inverse sin x. Let the angle in the most of the cases as equal to t. Here also we will let sin x as equal to t. So cos x into dx will be dt, and this sin 2x can be written as 2 sin x into cos x, right? So this cos x into dx will become dt. Tan inverse sin x will be now tan inverse t, and sin x will be t. Also change the limits. When x is 0, t will be 0, and when x is pi by 2, t is 1. Now in the further steps you have to apply the integration by parts by taking tan inverse t as first function and t as second function. Now question number 32nd is integral of x tan x upon secant x plus tan x, and the limits are from 0 to pi. Let this given integral be as I and this complete be as 1. Now this I is also equal to 0 to pi. In place of x, write down pi minus x into tan pi minus x upon secant pi minus x plus tan pi minus x into dx. Now this pi minus x as it is, tan of pi minus x is minus tan x. This will be minus secant x minus tan x. So take out minus common from the numerator and denominator. So this will be minus pi minus x into 10x, and take out minus common from the denominator. So secant x plus 10x. Cancel out this minus, right? Now let this be as 2. Add 1 and 2. So on the left side you will get 2i, and on the right side, here it is x 10x, and here it is pi minus x 10x. Denominator is same, secant x plus 10x. Now the numerator will become pi 10x. Take this to this side upon secant x plus 10x. Write down this 10 and secant in the form of sin x plus cos x. Then you will get it as pi by 2 integral of sin x upon 1 plus sin x. Right? And the limits are from 0 to pi. Now adding in this numerator 1 and also subtracting it with 1, that is adding 1 and subtracting 1. So this 1 plus sin x upon 1 plus sin x will be 1, and minus 1 upon 1 plus sin x, right? Now integral of 1 you know is x, and the limits are from 0 to pi, minus, in this function multiply and divide it with 1 minus sin x. So in the numerator it will be 1 minus sin x, and in the denominator it is 1 plus sin x into 1 minus sin x, which is 1 minus sin square x, and 1 minus sin square x is cos square x, right? Now this pi by 2 as it is, put the limit, so you will get pi minus, now this 1 by cos square x is secant square x, plus y plus, because minus minus is, plus sin x upon cos square x is 10x into secant x. Now you know the integrals of both of this function. Integral of secant square x is 10x, and integral of 10x into secant x is secant x. So you have to complete this question now by yourself, right? So your homework is you have to do question 25th to 32 of miscellaneous. Okay, thank you.